I asked 10,000 people what is the number one thing they were struggling with in e-commerce, and these are the top things that were said. I made a story post. I have around 10,000 followers, so I guess I asked 10,000 people, and here is the first question. How do you get started in e-commerce? I mean, do you start by learning from YouTube and actually doing it? Like my video before this is about how to validate a product, test a product, and stuff like that. Like that's the first steps. I hate the question so much. How do I get started in e-commerce? I think it's the dumbest question ever. How much capital do you need to get started? A realistic number, I'd say, is 500 to 700 bucks up front, and that's gonna be for tools you need, a theme. Actually, maybe not that much. I'd say 500 bucks up front, and then around $300 each product you test. So it could take you 100 products to find a winner. It could take you your first product, but it's really not like crazy expensive. Like a lot of people on social media make it seem that you have to spend thousands of dollars a day on ads. Like it's not that expensive, but you only are spending thousands of dollars a day on ads if your ads are profitable. Like why would anyone go up to $1,000 or more if they're not making money? Um, how to find suppliers. So at first, I would say you would have no problem literally just drop shipping off Alibaba, DHgate, and stuff like that. But it is really nice to have a private supplier. In your Shopify, you can literally go to apps and search supplier because a lot of these suppliers have apps connected, and just literally search supplier and now you have a supplier. Product research. I just made a video about this before. It's literally the video before this. How do we use psychology with leads? This is actually a really good question because there's multiple ways that I guess psychology is used in e-commerce. First way is, let's say, I'm selling a hair product and a lot of people, I'm trying to get people to stop using this hair product because it's bad for you. Well, maybe it's not actually bad for you, but I want to say it's bad for you and start using this product. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to belief shift all these customers that have bought this product before to believe that this product is bad for you. This product's going to cause cancer. This product does whatever, right? And belief shift them to think your product is the way to go. And now what that's done with is kind of psychology. But I'd say like all of copywriting in general is psychology, right? Another thing that psychology can be used for is like pricing. What I mean by that is my store, one of our products is we live and die by the movie theater popcorn method. What that is you go to a movie theater, the small popcorn is $10, the medium popcorn is $22, and the large popcorn is $25. Nobody is gonna buy the medium popcorn, right? It doesn't make sense. Why would I buy a medium popcorn? If I just paid $3 more, I get the large. I'm buying the large popcorn. And if they're not buying the medium or the large, they buy the small, which is fine. We use that in our store, and I think we got 60 something% of our orders for the biggest one, like 8% for the middle one, and the rest the small one, and it actually worked great. There's a lot of psychology that can literally be used in everything in e-commerce, but mainly just copywriting. How much capital should one save up before going into e-com for the first time? So I said how much I think it would cost, right? But how much should one actually have saved up? I mean, think about it like this. Once you make that initial investment of that like $500, $800, whatever you need to like actually get a store started, all it's gonna cost you is $300 per product, and that's over a 3-day span. But you're not always gonna lose money because you could get sales. So I'll say it's $600 a week, right? Is what you need to test products. So that's literally gonna be your only expenses. $600 a week, which is $2,400 a month. If you do not have the money, go get a job and literally work a 9 to 5 to pay for your 5 to 9. Like, it only costs $2,400 a month to actively be testing a product the whole month. Only costs $2,400. So there really is no big ass initial investment that has to be made. Is ecom worth getting into, or should I stick to sales? So I was in sales before. I was in AI agency sales, like selling AI to business owners. I made money. It was fun, but it was really, really draining. And a thing I like to say is I like to have all three freedoms. What those freedoms are time freedom, money freedom, and location freedom, right? With the AI stuff I was doing, I had money freedom. I had kind of time freedom, right? If I really wanted to, I could have time freedom. But location freedom was big for me because I was taking calls with business owners all day. And when I went to Bali and I was taking calls with American business owners, I literally had to take calls all through the night, and it actually sucked. But I'd say it's a harder model. I'd say, like, in general, e-commerce is harder to get to bigger numbers, but to get to your first, like, 10, 20K, 30K a month in e-commerce is fairly easy. But it's not the sales isn't the worst thing. Like, a lot of people started in sales. I think most millionaires started in sales, and technically this is kind of sales. Instead of you talking to someone and selling someone something, your marketing is selling people thousands of items daily, you know? So it is sales, just to masses instead of one person. Like, it's not like high ticket sales or whatever. But sales is a useful skill, and I mean, I'm not gonna tell you, what was the exact question? Is ecom worth getting into, or should I stick to sales? I don't know. That's up to you. I mean, of course, I'm gonna give you a biased opinion and say ecom is worth it. But if you're crushing it in sales, man, no need to in this moment. Is ecom like Amazon FBA? I don't know how to answer that because I'm not too familiar with Amazon FBA. But to my knowledge, it's you're getting products, storing them in like an Amazon warehouse, and then making like 10% commissions. You're just buying a bunch of inventory and selling them on Amazon. And to answer that, if that is what Amazon FBA is, I'm gonna say no, because with e-commerce, like, there's multiple ways you can do it. This is what's so nice about e-commerce, is you can literally, if you want to, you never have to see your product. Like, of course, I think it's good. Like, as a business owner, you know, once you actually have a winning product, it's probably nice to order it to actually see your product. But you really never have to see your product. You never have to get a warehouse. You never have to buy a bunch of inventory. You can drop ship everything. But when you do get to a bigger size, of course, you start putting into consideration, you know, maybe getting a 3PL in America, getting a warehouse in America, so you can get cheaper product costs, you can make the product better, and stuff like that. But that is all the questions that were asked. So if there's any other questions about e-commerce or literally about anything, put them down below. The tools I use are linked down below as well. And I have a free community. There's no course in there at all, right? It's literally just a community. Nothing to sell you at all. That's linked below as well. And I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day.